Oh, What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Dead Funny Podcast. I'm your host, Chris. Joined today is my co-host, JoJo. Woot, woot.
Yeah.
Been a minute, man. Not really. It's been a little bit more than a week, like normal, but it's been a minute, dude.
Yeah, it's been fully 9 days. Jeez.
Oh, man. Yeah. Last thing we did was the 200 subscriber channel video. That was a lot of fun. Yeah. Anyways, I am in like a video game void right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't been playing anything. I finally hit max level in New World, and that happened. So, yeah, I just haven't really known what to do with myself, which is weird because it's like, I mean, obviously I'm the governor, so getting on, helping lower levels get up there, it's part of my duties, which I'll do. But it's just one of those things where it's like, I was so used to working, getting off of work, taking a shower, and immediately jumping on New World. And now it's like I don't have that drive to immediately do so because I kind of already hit it. So now it's more of like, there's a couple people online in the Discord. I guess I'll jump in there and see who needs help. It's about where I'm at. So trying to hurry up and beat Final Fantasy VII Remake before any new content comes out. Because next month, or actually the end of this month, we're supposed to get a content patch. So we're supposed to have a new dungeon. They're possibly extending the cap level. I really hope they're not, because I feel like the majority of players are not at 625. And it's going to leave a lot of people behind. But what I am excited about is they did fix a lot of the shit that we were complaining about as far as the leveling is concerned. So it's not so long to level from 0 to 60, which I'm excited about because now I feel like I can actually recommend the game to people. Because before I don't feel like I could, because it's like, for instance, like I think Kelsey would love New World. I don't think Kelsey has the time to play New World is the problem.
No, I'm sure not.
Now she has the time, she could play New World because it doesn't take, I don't know, almost a year to level from 0 to 60. Because it's one of those things where it's like, I have zero issues going back and playing with lower levels, helping level up. The game is boring by yourself. Almost all MMOs are boring by yourself unless the story is just that fucking grabbing. Like Final Fantasy, for instance, I could play that by myself. That's fine. But at the same time, it's a lot more fun to play with other people. That being said, the grind in New World from 0 to 60 is as boring as it can fucking get because you can do the quests. They're not entertaining at all. There's not really an overarching story that's like, wow, this is fucking amazing. But the quests weren't even the best aspect, or weren't even the fastest aspect of leveling up. Instead, what you could do is you can go to one town, get all the town board quests, which will be like kill 10 pigs, gather 10 ore, da-da-da-da-da. Then go to the next town and gather what you can as you're going to the next town. Grab those town board quests, then go down to this town, do the same thing, and then meet back at this one. And then what you would do is that if you had higher level people, well, all the higher level people were doing, like me, myself, a couple of my other consoles and shit, we would go to that first town because it was the same trek. It was Everfall, over to Monarch's Bluff, down to Cutlass, over to Windsward, and then back up to Everfall. That was the quickest route out of the 4 town boards. To walk. You don't want to teleport because you're just be burning A's off. Now you can burn A's off left and right because it costs 20 A's off to teleport anywhere. Where back in the day, I could teleport from one side of the map to the other side of the map, and it costs like 350. Like, goddamn. So now you can teleport wherever the fuck you want to, but you do that whole trek, and then whenever you get back to the top, anybody that's higher level, we were just storing all our lower level shit in there. Yeah. So that's all we would do. So basically, we would get like a whole bunch of sticks. We'd go get a whole bunch of stone, put it all in this chest, so that way when we had lower levels get in, and they were actually showing dedication, they wanted to be part of it. Great, cool. We'll fucking hyper level them. That's fine. So we'd give them all of our fucking twigs. They would go and turn that into fucking timber, and that would hyper level their fucking logging from like 0 to 200 because we'd unload on like fucking 8,000 twigs on them. And then once you have those skills to 100 to 200, 100. Once you have those skills to 100, you get like the quests that give you like 10 to 20k EXP every time versus the starter ones that only give you like 500 EXP. So now you're fucking just banging out EXP like crazy and just fucking hyper leveling, and it was still fucking slow. It would be those things where it's like, all right, we're going to go do an OPR. We got an OPR. And I'd be like, all right, JJ, what do you need? He'd just be sauntering into fucking Everfall. Like, oh, I need this. Give him all this shit. And it's like, all right, we're gonna go play another OPR because the game doesn't start until you get to 60. But the grind to
This is not
60
a
is forever.
reimbursement.
I know, it's not. This is how it was.
Okay.
This is how it was. Yes, exactly.
Sure.
That's why I was like, I don't feel I can fucking recommend this game to anybody. Like, at all. It's the grind to 60 is so fucking long. It was insane. For casuals, it's even worse. It's fucking even worse. So, and Kelsey falls under that casual umbrella. So now I feel like I can recommend it to her because they drastically decreased how long it takes to get from 0 to 60, which they should have. Like Lost Ark, for instance, like I think the highest level in that is 50. I'm not the highest level, but you start out at level 10. I only played it for like 6 hours, and I was already like level 38. Like, it's fast. Like, it's fast. Like, and that was like almost a one night sitting. I was level 38. Like, that's how it should be if the rest of your game can't be accessed until 60. Like, all the dungeons everybody's running and making money off of and getting good drops, you can't access till 60. All the fun PvP shit, like going to war or going into OPR or doing this or doing that or pushing territories, you can't activate till 60. Like, if all your game is, once you hit 60, the game is here, like, you need to kind of make that fucking speed up to get to 60.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was nuts. Because, I mean, I remember I was fucking grinding that shit out every day, and I think it took me about a week to hit from 0 to 60. And that's like me literally playing fucking 7 to 8 hours a fucking day straight. And you gotta remember, I've been paying more than that. I took off a week for that game.
Right.
And it still took me a week to hit fucking 60. So, it was nuts. But, like I said, now that all that's fixed, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll pull Kelsey over. I just think she would like the gameplay a lot. I know she likes those older style RPG games too, so that'd definitely be something fun for her. It's just I'm trying to get her more into multiplayer games. I know she doesn't like multiplayer games because of the competition. So, like Overwatch, Overwatch was a big stretch for her to begin with, and now she likes to play Overwatch. So, which New World is toxic. It's very toxic, but that's if you put yourself in the PvP setting. You really don't have to. If she just wants to be a dungeon delver, fucking PvE, or fucking by all means, do you. That's how literally all I've been doing last week is just running mutated dungeons the entire time. I haven't done a single fucking thing other than that. We haven't ran a war in a long time. I haven't participated in a war in a long time. Like, it's just dungeon, because it's the only way to get your umbral shards to get up there. So, oh well. But yeah, so like I said, I'm kind of in a little lull. I need to finish Five Nights at Freddy's.
You've Game Pass?
I do. I just never look on there anymore because I had the ultimate one for my PC.
Today or yesterday or whatever, a game called Tunic came out.
Yes, it's on Game Pass.
Yeah. It's on Game Pass. Yeah.
Fuck yes, I just saw that. I was like, "What is this Fox Link looking motherfucker?" Right quick, it looks good. I watched the trailer.
It's like a Zelda / a Dark Souls-esque sort of thing.
Okay, I'm in.
Major like mysterious weird aspect to it. It's really cool.
I literally saw it. Said that to myself. I was like, what the fuck is this? Click on it. I watched the trailer and I was like, that's good. It's just not $30 good. And so I just kept moving on because I was on Steam. I keep forgetting I have Game Pass on my computer. So.
Yeah, it's a day one release on Game Pass.
No shit.
Hell yeah, dude. There you go.
There we go. Yeah. Then I'm going to try to wrap up Final Fantasy first. I'm so close. I'm already in Shinra Tower on hardest difficulty. This is the last thing I have to do. And then I think I have all the PlayStation achievements for Final Fantasy VII Remake at this point.
Wow.
Well, if you don't count Integrate. I haven't played Integrate on the hardest difficulty either. But it's been interesting. I have found out more shit playing it on the harder difficulty because it's like on the lower difficulty. I just blew past everything. I didn't give a shit. Like, I knew how to play the game. I've played Final Fantasy games. I didn't pay attention to like strengths and weaknesses and shit like that. And now that I'm going back through, it's like, it's insane what I'm fucking doing now. I'm just all like, man, dude, I just was not paying attention at all. And now I'm going back and I'm having to be strategic. Yeah.
Good at that game. It just, I did well enough to make it through.
I'm still worried about the last fight with Sephiroth though. But I did watch a video where somebody beat Sephiroth as Toads. So on the hardest difficulty. So I feel like if that's possible, I should be able to beat Sephiroth legitimately on the hardest difficulty. So we'll see. But yeah, no, it's just I think my biggest issue with moving from the original to that one was the fact that they decided to change the names of specific materias. It's like it's the same materia as it was in the original, but they just changed the name to it. So I didn't read the description. I was like, it's a new material. I'll get around to it later. Like for instance, all was one of my favorite fucking materias in the original game because it's a supported materia, so you put it with healing and it heals everybody. You put it with spells and it's going to cast a spell on everybody. Very very simple. That one was magnify in this one. It's the same materia, does the same thing.
It doesn't.
Yeah. And the only reason I found it out was because finally, at some point, I was like, well, I wonder if this just magnifies the damage. So I'll put it like with my fire spell. And then I shot it, and I shot the fireball with Cloud. It hit the first guy, bounced off, hit the next guy, then bounced off and hit the other guy. I was like, the fuck just happened right there? I was like, what was that? And I shot it again. I was like, it did it again. I was like, does magnify mean that it hits all the targets? Is this all? And I literally went and read the full description. I was like, why? I've been looking for the all materia this entire fucking game, and I've had it since like the goddamn second level. Like,
does it not like technically definitely hit everyone? Is it just like it hits an area?
No, it hits all targets. Well, within the
yeah,
there might be a range on it, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe there's something that makes it technically maybe not everyone. Or something.
I don't know. I was just trying to find something whenever you get to where they're going to blow or they're going to disconnect the plate, and you're running up the tower, and you fight the fuckers with the shields. I'm like, they're always such a pain in the ass. I would like to just roll past them, turn around, fireball, and then just move forward. And I was like, there's got to be something that can do more damage with fucking Faraga than just fucking Faraga. So I fucking roll past Faraga and I see just explode on this guy, jump over, explode on this guy, jump over, explode on this guy. And I was like, that's what I wanted. I don't know how that happened, but that's what I was looking for. And and then I put it on fucking Cure and then fucking tried it out. And sure enough, fucking Curaga, everybody gets healed and it only costs the mana for one person. I was all like, fuck me, dude. I slept on Chakra, though. I slept on Chakra the first run through.
Good? I don't remember.
Fucking A, dude. You get it off of Tifa first, but you can buy it later. And it's an independent materia where if you take damage, if you pop it within, I think it's the first minute after taking the damage, you heal back for 3/4 of the damage you took. Which costs an ATB bar. No mana, ATB. Anything after 30 seconds, I think it's like only half the damage you took. So, literally, if Aerith goes down and I don't have anything to pick her up with, because like on hard difficult, you can't use items. Items are completely off the table. In battle or outside of battle, you literally cannot use items. It's completely grayed out the entire time you're playing.
Wow. All right.
So if Aerith runs out of mana, or if Aerith goes down and I don't have another revive on somebody else, I could just run Cloud and Tifa back and forth, just chakra, constantly, dude. And I don't even need a healer. I'm just fucking healing myself every time the enemy hits me. I'm just like, fuck it. It doesn't even matter. So, yeah. But yeah, we're getting there. I just got inside the Shinra building, so got a little bit to go. I decided to take the stairs again, because that was fun. So.
Sure. Yeah.
Fuck it. I love Barrett complaining about that all the way up the stairs.
Yeah, it was cute dialogue.
Yeah, especially since that wasn't in the first one, so that was pretty cool. I like that. I like that they did that. So, oh well, that's pretty funny. But yeah. So I'm gonna try to beat that. I don't know, man. There's just nothing that I've been hearing about coming out that's just been grabbing my fucking attention. You know what I mean? Like nothing.
Elden Ring, man.
Yeah.
Gotta be grabbed by Elden Ring. They updated it to fix it, to finish it, sort of. There's like 3 side quests that weren't finished for some reason, and now they're finised.
Really?
There's never been a better time.
I want to, man. Dude, I don't know.
A long ass game.
Yeah.
50 hours of it or something. Got the platinum.
My issue with that game is I feel like I'm going to get into it, which I know I will, because I like Dark Souls. It's not like I didn't. Yeah. I've played all 3 of them. And I waited on Dark Souls too. It was completely fun. I don't think I waited on the 3rd one. The 3rd one I think I bought right out the gate. But the other 2 I definitely did. And I feel like I'm going to get in that game, and then like either one, the New World content's going to come out, or 2, I'm just going to end up going back to New World and trying to because one of the things I want to do is going through and potentially leveling me up like a light set and a heavy set, so that way whenever these meta changes happen, I don't have to worry about like fucking, oh, fuck me, I'm just in medium armor, go fuck myself. So,
Okay.
like, I don't want to get like deep into Elden Ring and then it be like, go do New World, come back and not know what the fuck I'm doing, not know where the fuck
Right,
I'm
and that is
at.
dangerous.
Exactly. And I feel like out of all the games to do that with, Elden Ring would be a bad one to do it with. So like Final Fantasy 7, like I know the story, so I know where I'm at. My materia is already set. I'm not constantly switching out materia constantly. Exactly. To where Elden Ring, I don't feel it's gonna be that way. I feel like it's a massive
Elden
game.
Ring is a massive, massive thing with a bunch of directions to go in.
So I want to play it. I've heard nothing but good things about it. So
Yeah, it's really amazing. But, yeah, it's a big undertaking for sure.
fuck.
It's crazy. It's sold like 10 million copies or some insane amount for like an incredibly dense, difficult thing that like I can't imagine. Many people bought it and just were like, "Wait, no, fuck, this is too much."
Yeah,
Can't
that's
deal
true.
with this.
Well, I mean that Dark Souls has done a very good job, and Demon Souls and
Yeah, but
Bloodborne.
this is like next level. I don't know. This is
Yeah,
shocking.
they've definitely done a very good job of creating that genre of gamer that's always looking for that harder difficulty. And it's always existed. It's just like games just don't embrace it. Like, I mean, I obviously you've got harder difficulties, but like for instance, and obviously this is biased, but once again it comes down to the shit that I've played. But like Final Fantasy VII is a great example of that, to where like the original Final Fantasy VII that released in Japan doesn't have the last two weapons. Those were specifically only released in America because we game. So they wanted to give us something harder to fight at the end. So Ruby
Which is weird.
Weapon and
That's the
Emerald
reverse
Weapon.
of how they were doing it before then, though, too.
Exactly.
Yeah, they released easier versions of the like Super Nintendo games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, Emerald Weapon and Ruby Weapon are not in the original Japanese version of Final Fantasy VII. Only in the American release, and then they started releasing it in the full. Whenever they did their full next patch up release or whatever, then that's whenever they started releasing it in both.
Yeah.
And those fuckers were hard. Those fuckers were hard. I mean, obviously, there's ways that you can cheese it. I actually watched this one guy on YouTube, and he was showing. He's like a big Final Fantasy YouTuber. I can't even remember what his name is, honestly. I want to say it's like F1 Productions or something like that. Anyways, yeah, he shows where like one of his fucking strategic ways of like getting through Ruby Weapon, and so I tried it out to see if it would work. And like the way it works is like getting a couple of mimic materias, and then what you do is that you put your mimic on Hades summon materia, Knights of the Round summon materia, and then something, a counterattack. I have mimic on a counterattack, I think is what it was. And so then what happens is that whenever you go to fight Ruby Weapon, as soon as you do, he sticks both of his claws in the sand, and then it pops out two tentacles behind you, and then it's because Ruby Weapon is outnumbered. And those things take forever to kill. So what you do is that you actually kill your two teammates before you go in there. And he'll never do that. He won't do the tentacles in the sand.
Oh.
Because it considers it a one-on-one.
Yeah.
So the game is tricked into the fact that it's just one. So he never summons the other two tentacles. So then you have all this mimic materia on. So he goes to hit you. Out of all the status effects in the game, he voids out every single one except daze. That's the only one that can affect him. All the status, sleep, paralysis, all this other shit, none of that affects him but daze. Hades shoots out every status effect in the game. So what happens is that you let him hit you. He hits you. Oh, and then a mimic on all cure as well. So you're getting multiple mimics, which is not easy to do. So you let him hit you, and then Cloud automatically goes into counterattack. So that mimic bounced off the counterattack, then it bounced off a summon, bounced off another summon, bounces off this. So literally every round, you're fucking freezing this guy with Hades, and it's costing you no mana because you're constantly using just the mimic. So you cast it, and it mimics, and it's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. He basically just stands there while Cloud just beats the shit out of him, and that's it. There's just nothing he can do about it. It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
But I remember my first time ever fighting Emerald Weapon was hilarious. I didn't know how he worked, and he fucking wiped me so many times. the way it works is first you have to do this quest. That's a very little known about side quest, and you get this thing called underwater materia, where you can actually breathe underwater, as long as you have it
Okay.
equipped to one of your characters on your team. Because if not, whenever you're underwater and you fight him, you have like a 10-minute timer, and that's it. That's all you have to try to clear him. He also uses a move where he disconnects from the lower half of his body and then flies over you and will just nuke the entire team. It's his team wipe move. When he does that, I would die every time. And I was like, I don't know how to come back from that. I don't know what to do. And it comes to find out, he only wipes your team depending on the damage he does. His damage is dependent on how much materia you have equipped to each character. So the more materia, the more damage he does to you.
Yeah.
So going in there not stacked, you actually have a better chance at walking out a winner versus going in stacked. He's going to fucking wipe you every time. Every fucking time. Yeah. I was like, wow, dude. Those are the two hardest bosses, and they added them in at the very end. So you get to fight them right before you go to fight Sephiroth for the last time. Or you can obviously, just fucking go fight Sephiroth, and it defaults you to your save right before him, and then you can always go back out and fight them again. But yeah, they're rough, dude. They're rough. So it's crazy, man. I can't wait to see. I gotta think there's already speedruns of fucking Elden Ring out by now.
Yeah, some people have gone down to like half an hour or something somehow. I don't know how that's possible even to traverse the land that quickly, but
That's crazy, dude.
there's some weird trap in there. Like if you find this one chest, gas comes out and you're teleported like halfway across the map to a place you're not supposed to be that early.
Mm-hmm.
Go from there and stuff, I think. But like, yeah, it's
Back whenever I was streaming, so many people asked me to try and speedrun 7 since I know it so well. And it's like I felt confident about it, and then I looked up like what the world record was, and it was like they beat the entirety of 7, all 3 discs in like 3 hours and 50 minutes. And I was like, I don't know if I could do that, man. Like I know the game. I know everything I need, but god damn, like that's fucking insane, dude.
because people know like details of like glitches and shit, like stuff that's like you inch your way against a wall and somehow you end up
For
on the other
sure.
side of a door.
Yeah.
It's like,
Dude, that's been probably the funnest shit in New World is finding all these bugs on how to do things before the devs patch them. Has been fucking awesome. So like before the mutators came to Genesis, which is one of the expeditions, the dungeons, the first boss. So like you come in the room, and there's this big ass stone door on the other side of this bridge, and behind it is the first actual dungeon boss, which is Taxodius. Big ass fucking mushroom dude. It's a whole plant like people dungeon, the dryads. So they're all these wooden characters and creatures and shit. And so huge fucking guy does a shit ton of damage. Well, what was cool is that the best way to get drops for your expertise were going through these dungeons. What we would do is we would run up to the door and crouch. One person would, and you would hold your weapon out so that way people can't pass through you. If your weapon's put up, people can just pass through you. So because they can't pass through, you're like official blockage in the way. And they could run and jump on your back and get high enough to grab the door and jump over the door. And so the way the boss is originally set up is that once the door opens, he spawns. That's how they wrote the code, which is fine. But the code is also in there that he's just sitting there as well. So you go in there or you don't get your full team, but 4 people go in there, they kill him, and you still get the drop for it even though you're outside, because I would always be the guy that wait outside because I knew how to get down to the blight quick. So I'd go down to the blight, be sitting there waiting, and then they would kill him, come back up to the door that's closed that they now can't cross over without leaving somebody on the other side. I'd pick the blight, the door would open, and it would trigger his spawn. So therefore he then respawns, then we go in there and kick his ass again. Like doing shit like that's been fun to just kind of like figure out like how to do things. Like it's just, I don't know, it's interesting, especially whenever you're going through on the lower mutations. You're trying to figure out what you can do to get through things faster, because you have a time limit to get through these dungeons. Every time you die, it fucks with your time, it fucks with your multipliers. The longer it takes to get through, it fucks with your multipliers. So you want to try to get as high as you can, because that's going to give you the most rewards, and plus unlock the next mutation level, going from 1 all the way to 10. So it's cool just like sheathing your weapons and hugging up against this wall, and you'll see a dude right here and you just go right past him and shit like that, knowing who you can and who you won't aggro and shit. It's a lot of fun, dude. That's been a lot of fun.
Hey, that's the big thing in the Souls stuff too. It was just
Yeah.
playing Dark Souls 2, and it's just like, hey, there's this boss you can just shoot him with arrows across without even going in the room, and
Yeah.
he'll just stand there.
I remember
Walk
the
in the door.
fucking dragon from the first one where you could like shoot
Oh
his
yeah,
fucking tail off before you went up there and the fucking get the goddamn sword from his tail. Yeah.
every one of those games has a dragon you shoot for an hour until it dies.
It's crazy, dude. Oh,
There's another one of those in Elden Ring.
is there? Great.
Sort of, yeah. You can get a million souls really quickly. Like, a lot.
Good God. Those games are fun, like I said, and I like the whole difficulty aspect, but man, dude, just trying to like speedrun shit. Like I don't know, man. I don't think I'd ever be a speedrunner. Not that I don't think I could do it. I don't enjoy that aspect of gaming, you know?
It
That's not
requires way too
fun
much
to me. Yeah.
dedication to one specific game and
Right.
playing the same thing over and over.
Yeah. No, yeah, I don't think I could ever do that, honestly. I like playing the
There are games I
games.
play quickly because I played them a bunch of times, but like not
Yeah.
competing.
Yeah. Like I could see maybe doing something like a roguelike, you know, maybe that doing like something like that, like a speed run, but I don't know. To me, the most fun I've ever had doing a roguelike was whenever Brandon, who used to be on a channel, streamed. Me and him would stream side by side, and we played the same roguelike, and then it would be trying to see who can get the furthest before we called it a night. And fucking, we literally, there was one night where we had like 46 people watching us. And so they would be in my stream, and then I would die, and they would jump over to his right quick to see where he's at, and then they'd stay over there until he died, then they'd come back to see where I was at. And it was just back and forth, back and forth. It was a lot of fucking fun. We were playing the, is it Volgar? I think so. The Viking one.
Oh, the Viking?
Yeah. Yeah, that one was fucking fun, dude. It was a rough one, but it was fucking fun. I think I still have that clip saved somewhere. I'll have to look for it, but it's like I'm trying to get up this fucking hill, and I'm trying to cheese it, and I'm slowly sliding down into these spikes. I'm doing this front flip jump, and I'm like gaining like an inch every time I do it. I'm just yelling the entire time, like, go, go, go. I'm like freaking the fuck out because I know if I die, he's going to pass me. I was like, no. Oh, man, dude. It's a lot of fun. It was a good game. Well, I can see doing that with like Skull or something. Dude, I haven't played Skull in so long. The game was so
I
good.
played a little bit of that, and then there's like a million of those.
Yeah.
Play. I don't know if did Rogue Legacy 2 ever actually come out like officially. I would say that.
Yeah, I played that
I don't know.
one. Yeah, that one was
It
fun.
was early access for. I don't know if it still is or not.
It might still be early access. That I don't know. But yeah, that was fun. You played that one?
No, I played the first one, but I've been waiting
Okay.
until they actually released the second one.
Because that's
Like,
the one where
for-
like you start out as somebody, and then it's like your kids or
Yeah, you
the
play as
successors go
Browns, yeah.
through, and they all have different stuff. Like some of them will have like dwarfism, some of them will be giants, some of them will be, you know, fucking allergic to something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it's all dumb shit. Yeah, it's fucking
It's
great.
still okay. It's still early access. I
It
checked.
is okay.
Yeah.
And they just came out with another one too. I think it's called like Time Loop Hero or something like that, or Loop Hero.
Yeah, Loop Hero is a thing. It's
Yeah, that just came out not that
tower
long ago, right?
defense, I think, or
Is it a
something.
tower defense? Oh, I thought that was a
I
roguelike
think
game
so.
too. Oh well.
Something like that. I think
I could be wrong.
there's a lot of those.
Yeah. Either way, I gotta get around to finishing Five Nights at Freddy's for sure. So close. I'm like probably 75% of the way through that game. It's been fun. It's definitely good. I will definitely say for like the franchise to be known the way that it is, this game blows that completely out of the fucking water. Like here, it's so easy to go back and play the old ones. Be like, I'm just gonna sit in this fucking security room all fucking day, and not in this one. No, it is free roam, baby. And that's not just talking about you. It's talking about the animatronics too. So that shit's weird. Shit's weird, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. Definitely been enjoying it. Just need to finish it so I can move on. I want to find me another like really good fucking horror game. It just sucks because it's like we're talking about potentially doing our Drunk by Daylights again, just not on the same level. For those of you who are watching and love to come out to those, I appreciate all the support. That was a lot of fun. Will not be on the same level. I can't do that. I can't do it. It was every Saturday, which that's fine to an extent, but you got to remember, I'm getting plastered every Saturday, which means that I have to have what I need in the house minimum by 5 p.m. Saturday. So I'm doing a liquor store shop every Saturday, grabbing liquor, coming home, drinking and getting ready, playing the game, staying up till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm probably not waking up until like 3 o'clock in the afternoon on fucking Sunday. That's the whole weekend's gone. The entire weekend is gone because of one game. It's too much. So I think we're gonna try it out. We might just do once a month, but we're talking about doing it bi-weekly and see how that goes. Because a lot of us miss playing it. They've added some new killers and some new stuff to it. Some new moves, which are fucking insane. I'm surprised they haven't been nerfed yet already. But yeah, talking about going into that, which should be a lot more fun again. Like I said, taking a break from it is good. That's a game I could just take a break from and come back to because it's the same game, you know.
Yeah.
Although I got on there the other day, we were showing this other player how to play it. And I was like, I don't remember what any of my fucking buttons do. Like, because I had everything fucking programmed into my mouse. So,
Oh
yeah, because I got that 11 button mouse. So I just got everything on my mouse. Same thing with New World. I literally don't do anything on my keyboard besides WASD.
Wow.
Everything
Okay.
else is hotkeyed to my mouse. Everything. Which sucks because I've definitely been wanting to look into. So I have that. I've said this 1,000 times on the podcast. I'll say it again. I am 100% a HyperX brand whore. Love HyperX. 100%. Buy everything they put out. So I have their charging station for my headset. Because my headset is RFQ, I think is what it's called. RFQ charging. I think that's what it is. Either way, wireless charging. So I can just lay it down on this cuff right here on the charge pad and it'll charge up my headset. I don't have to plug it in, nothing like that. I just pop it on there. Well, the only base they have is a dual base. So I used to put my phone on the other side. And then Final Fantasy decided they were going to release, or Square Enix decided they were going to release Final Fantasy VII phone charger, which looks dope as shit. So I had to buy that. It's fucking awesome.
Of course.
It's from fucking Advent Children. Fucking Cloudy Wolf stand up. And it glows
Okay.
blue, which the rest of my lights do. It glows blue whenever she's sitting over here plugged in. So I got that for my phone. I was like, well, now I got this empty spot. So I was against going wireless for the longest time with a mouse because I heard just input lag, input lag, input lag. But everybody's telling me it's gotten 1,000 times better.
Yeah.
And a lot of my friends that I know have went to a wireless mouse. So I want to get a wireless mouse. And they've got, they got just their normal wireless. And then they got the haste one where it's like, all the holes and shit. So it's a lot lighter, a lot faster, da-da-da-da. But I'm going to lose a significant amount of buttons.
Oh, no.
Significant amount of buttons. And that's the only thing that's kind of keeping me from doing it. Because, like,
Oh yeah, that doesn't. I mean, that seems like a
fuck,
big
dude.
downside just to have a different thing to charge. I don't know that.
But I really want a
Justifies
wireless
itself.
mouse, though. That's the other part. It's not just to have another thing to charge. It's like, I really want a wireless mouse. So, I don't know, man. I don't
You're gonna make a
know.
wireless mouse with 11 buttons.
Not HyperX yet. Hopefully. And one
Would you explore a different brand?
no, I can't, JoJo.
I mean, the brand you like doesn't serve
I
your needs.
know, dude. I know. I mean, they might. They just started it, so who knows? But it's one of those things where I'm just like, fuck, man. I really want to get a wireless mouse. I really want to fucking try it out. And I don't want to lose the buttons. Because, like, it's so nice. I've got, like, 5 of them on the side. And then your 2 normals. My DPI I reprogram as well. And then, because I set my DPI through the software, so my DPI is already set. And then my mouse wheel clicks in, and I can also click it to the left and click it to the right. So like when I'm playing New World, I've got my interact is my top right, then right underneath that is my dodge, and then all 3 of my abilities. Then my DPI is my weapon swap, and then my health potion, and then regeneration potion, and then attack and block. I literally do everything from my mouse. And my click in my mouse wheel is auto run. So sometimes I literally don't even have to touch the keyboard. I just click in the fucking auto run and my dude just takes off. So I can pretty much play New World directly from my mouse and not have to use my fucking keyboard at all. An MMO.
Mine has 5 buttons. I don't know what brand it is. It's red.
It's red.
It uses a AA battery. I don't know.
Oh man. I love my mouse so much. Oh, I gotta buy me a new one though. Mine came defective and I didn't notice it until later on, and then I just didn't care. But now I care now that I have everything else. 'Cause that was the first HyperX thing I bought that had the RBG setup where you could change everything. Like I didn't have like an awesome keyboard like I have now. Like now I have a full-on metallic keyboard, and it's HyperX, and it's all RBG set up. Same thing with my mic, it's all HyperX RBG set up. And now I'm like, fuck. So the back light, you can do the light for the wheel and the light for the back of the mouse.
Yeah.
The RBG's fucked in the back of it, so like it glows a different color than it says it's glowing. So like the front of my mouse glows Mako blue, and the back is more of like, it's closer to like a green yellow color than it is fucking Mako blue.
Throw it in the garbage.
I know, dude. I know, but it's a fucking $60 mouse. So I'm like,
Okay.
I know.
Like, just, I mean,
I'm OCD, so it fucks with me.
okay, yeah.
When I'm playing, it's fine. Yeah, well, when I'm playing, it's fine because my hand is on the back. You can't see that. Yeah. I can only see the color of the mouse wheel. So that's why I think I've been able to have it for so long. But like right now, when I'm just talking on the podcast, I look down, I'm like green or blue, green, yellow. It's just like
put a sheet over it or something.
Get like some fucking black electrical tape and just fucking lay it on the back. Yeah, no, I'll swap it out. I'll definitely buy a new one just for that. I can't help it, dude. I can't help it. That shit fucking fucks with me. But yeah, I want to go wireless, dude. I gotta wait. I guess. I have one friend who told me that if I made the switch sooner or later, I would adapt. And then I had another friend that told me, nah, no, you will always want to go back to that other mouse. You will always want to go back to that other mouse. So.
I mean, yeah, like you'd have to drastically adjust your whole.
My whole setup. Yeah. Everything would have to change. Because I think the one that they have out now. Yeah, I think the one that they have out now, it only has, I think, 2 buttons on the side, and then everything else is the same. So yeah, I would keep everything. Yeah, I would keep everything, but like for New World, all my moves, I would have to then start using Q, R, and F, I believe, were the actual programmed buttons. So. Yep.
Seems terrible.
It does.
Wait, why not E part? Why isn't E part of it? Is that
E is interact, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, E is interact. So, I don't know, man. I'm just such a new computer gamer too. Like I feel like I've been gaming on computer for a while, but I really haven't. Like I mean, I've only had a computer for as long as Dead Funny's been a thing, and it's like fucking. We just celebrated our 3rd year anniversary, so I've really just.
How are you playing like Diablo?
I had like a laptop. Yeah, I had like a little shitty laptop. Yeah, but I've never been like a computer gamer. Like it was like Diablo was the exception, and then it was like Diablo 2, and then it was like Diablo 3 came out, and it's like, hey, Diablo 3 is also on console. So and I was able to play it on Xbox. I've been an Xbox gamer for fucking ever, dude. Yeah. I just recently became a computer gamer, and I fucking love it. But I'm still like I'm learning the curve, and like it's hard for me because like this is what's funny between my schooling down there and the schooling up here is like we didn't have a computer class. That wasn't a thing. Like I did not know that was a thing until I came up here and I was talking to people because I type really slow, like really fucking slow. And I used to type with like, you know, fucking chicken pecking, like typing.
Oh yeah.
And like my friends would bust my ass for it. I'm like, what the fuck? And they're like, well, you didn't learn how to type in school? I was like, what are you talking about? You didn't have computer class? I was like, no, that wasn't a fucking thing. We didn't have computer class. What are you talking about? So it just wasn't a thing whenever I was going through school.
Yeah, man, we had that like elementary school. They tried to teach us to type.
No, not down south. To be fair, there's a good portion of my schooling that was done through homeschool, but that was like in high school, so maybe that's when they did it. I don't fucking know, but either way, yeah, we didn't have fucking computer class.
Yeah, for me, they did it much earlier than high school. So.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's a different level of a curve for me to get used to. So like, for instance, my keyboard, the way that I have it laid out now is I bought those textured keys to swap out for my WASD. So that way, like if I lose my fingering, because that does happen, I can find them really quickly without having to like look down at my fucking keyboard in the middle of like fighting or something like that. So, and I've still got the texture keys for Q, E, R, and F, but it's just like, then it's like fucking 8 versus the 4. Then I don't know where I'm at because I put those on for Lost Ark, and there were so many times that I thought I was moving, and I would click it, and it was actually activating an ability versus moving. And I was like, God damn it. Plus, Lost Ark, you don't use WASD to fucking move anyway. I kept trying to fucking do that, and I kept fucking wasting abilities. It's a click and move like Diablo. So
when they tried to teach me typing, like as a kid, I didn't get taught very well. Like it didn't work at the time. Then one day I just kind of realized, oh wait, I can type. Like it just clicks at some point, I think. Like,
Yeah,
you'll
I mean, I
figure it
can
out.
now, but I just feel like because I didn't have the proper education for it, I guess, that it is still like a learning curve situation for me as to like for I've just gotten to the point where like, and this is like, once again, I haven't had a computer for long, but I've just gotten to the point where like I don't have to look at the keyboard to be able to fucking type. Like probably within the first year of having my computer, I was still having to like look at the keyboard as I was fucking typing, so I knew what the fuck I was writing. I've just recently gotten to that. So that shows you the fucking level of fucking schooling, I guess, between the fucking South and the North. I don't know, but
Right.
fucking, yeah. Is what it
I
is.
mean,
So,
yeah, they probably have computer class now.
oh,
I would
I'm sure
guess.
they do. Yeah, I would be
But
fucking surprised they don't.
it was early to have computers probably for my school.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
probably. I mean, I remember being a
90s.
kid. I mean, fucking, yeah, us growing up, I mean, we still had the fucking dial up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, fucking, it was not like computers were that fucking common. I mean, back whenever I was growing up, you had the whole one family household computer that everybody fucking shared. No one had like their own personal one. So it's like,
No.
we were never on the computer fucking anyway. I was always outside fucking playing. Now, it's like, I can't imagine not having a fucking computer per person in the fucking house. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, that's a
But
weird thing.
by middle school, like cable internet was out or whatever, and so in computer class we could play games online, paying attention.
Oh, okay.
Great.
Actually, funny little story for those of you who followed me over here from fucking Darkstar. The earlier days of Darkstar, my setup was I actually so we use Skype to do our video capturing, which thank God we don't do that anymore because Skype's fucking terrible fucking service. We use Skype to do our video capturing, and I would do the Skype through the Xbox, and I would be captured through the Kinect, and then I was on Discord through my phone. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that's how much I did not have a computer, and that's
Add a connect.
Darkstar. Yeah, that's Darkstar's recording back then. Good God, that was like that forever. It would be crazy whenever I would hear people like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking go move my setup," and then like the couple times that did have to move my setup, I'm moving my Xbox, my TV. Like I had a lot of shit I had to fucking move just to fucking record. You know what I mean? So yeah, fucking talk about not having a goddamn computer. That's why whenever I was all like, well, I kind of want to do my own fucking YouTube channel. I want to get serious with it. And I was like, there's zero chance I could do it this way. I actually had to
Right.
buckle down and like fucking
Yeah,
get me a
really.
computer. And so that's whenever I was all like, well, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna fucking do this big and get me like the best that I can fucking get. Which fucking almost $5,000 later, I had this fucking thing. So fun.
Yeah.
Which now I need to upgrade it. So there's that.
Right. That's the
That's the fun of
nightmare
having a
computer.
computer. Yeah, the fun of having a computer. But I mean, the access as far as library is concerned, like I could never go back to console. My Xbox died the moment I got a computer. Like I was so hard, like fuck PC Master Race, consoles will never be replaced. No, just no. They don't stack up. They just don't, dude. It's impossible. Like fucking, a console today might be on par with my computer where it's at now, but I could fucking spend, I don't know, $2,000, upgrade my fucking graphics card and a couple other things, and fucking blow any goddamn console out of the water. So it just,
And the thing I don't know, I guess if you have like the highest end PC or whatever, but like the the PS5 and the Xbox whatever Series X have like no load times on games, which is amazing. Like
yeah,
I
I've
like,
noticed that with the PlayStation 5. Yeah,
and that's it's harder for a PC probably, at least more expensive to get something like that.
right, for sure.
That's the playing Elden Ring and just whenever I die, it's like right back in it.
That's
Pretty
one of
good.
the advantages, but I mean, it won't be long before
Oh, I'm sure.
PC
Yeah,
has that.
figure it out. That's
It's crazy to me to think that PCs are technically considered part of the console wars now. You know what I mean? So it's like somebody's gonna break through, and then whenever they break through, then the other ones will follow suit. So it's just gonna be a matter of time before we get it. But I mean, yeah, I'm still very much a fucking PC noob, dude. I just the other day I actually had my buddy sitting there telling me, I was like, man, dude, it takes me like fucking 8 minutes to load in a new world. It's fucking crazy. They're all like, do you have any like extra space on your SSD? And I was like, no. Or I was like, yeah. And they're like, you should download it on your SSD. It'll run a lot faster on your HDD. And I was like,
Right.
all right. Download on my SSD. Fucking like a minute. I'm in New World. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah,
I was like, wow, this
that's
is
good.
crazy. I was like, I was only putting like my programs on my fucking SSD. I wasn't putting any games. All my games are going on my HDD. They're all
I
like,
think that's the opposite of what you're supposed to
I
do.
think
Maybe.
so. I think so.
Yeah.
So, because I was asking him, I was like, what is like the downside to just getting a computer with nothing but SSD memory? And they're like, well, I think you still
Oh,
need an HDD potentially, but mainly, yeah, you could just completely go like all SSD and it just be go.
yeah, it's
So,
just more expensive.
yeah, more expensive for sure, 100%. I was looking at like the different costing and shit, and I was like, but it would be worth it though. Like everything loading super fucking fast. So I don't have a lot on my SSD. I still only put the games on there that like I really want to play, like, and I'm constantly playing. But yeah,
Yeah.
the majority of my games are still on my HDD. But I also got rid of my setup that I used to do for streaming my PlayStation 5 to my fucking and my Switch to my computer. I used to do the internal Elgato. For the longest time I had an external. And then that one broke
Yeah.
down and I was trying to get that newer one where there's like no latency basically and it's the external one and my buddy was like just fucking buy the internal one. I was like I don't want to buy the internal one. I don't know how to install it. He's like, "Dude, it's like 2 seconds. It's literally you just barely push it in. Barely push it in. That's it. Don't be a dick about it and just rah, but barely push it in. Like it's
Yeah.
that easy." And I was like, I feel like I'm very intimidated. And once again, I'm new. I'm very intimidated. Like I do not
Sure.
want to change out any of my own parts because I feel like I'm gonna fuck something up. That's why I bought it from the company that I did because they pay. It's free shipping to send it back. They do all the replacements for you and they reimburse you a percentage of the cost of the shit they take out and add it towards the replacements they're putting in. Like that's why I bought it from them. They do that. I don't do that. They do that. So
Yeah.
I got the Elgato. Like you said, 2 seconds. Fuck it. It's it. I was like, no way that worked. Yeah, it instantly. So I used to run it to where I don't know why I did it this way. So obviously the way the Elgato works is you have your in and your out feed.
Sure.
Your out feed you use to plug directly into your monitor so you can switch it over to your monitor and run your monitor from like an actual display to an HDMI port like a TV to play your game. And your Elgato captures it, but then you no longer get to use that monitor as a monitor because it's now in a TV mode.
Right.
Or you could just plug it into the in drive and bring up the Elgato software and then it just copies the fucking game, no lag, no nothing, and then just play it as a fucking monitor.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know you
Yeah.
could do that for like the longest. I don't think I found out about that until like I don't know, like the end of last year. I didn't know that that was a fucking thing. I thought I had to always do it the other way. So I was constantly having
Yeah,
to
yeah,
switch
cool.
my main monitor to a fucking HDMI port. I was like, what the fuck, dude? And then like I was having issues with the sound one day, and I was like, I don't understand what's going on. And then one day I think I just wanted to do like a clean reset. So I unplugged my Elgato and everything. I took it completely out, popped it back in, and just doing a full reset. And whenever I did that, that software popped up. And I saw my game in there, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I think I was playing Horizon because Kelsey wanted me to play Horizon. I was playing fucking Horizon. And then it did the whole like full screen thing, and I was like, I don't even. What? I could have been doing this the whole time, and I still have all access to my monitor? Are you fucking kidding me? I was so mad, dude. Yeah. So I'm still a PC noob. Still a PC noob. 100%. I know some shit, but my main thing was that if I was going to get a PC, I wanted to at least know what the parts are. So I probably, when I made the decision to get a PC, I was like, I won't get one for probably around like a month, maybe 2 months. And like I studied the parts. I knew everything that was going to go into my computer. From the cooling system to the graphics card to the fucking processor, all of it. I knew everything that was going in there to the best extent that I could in the research that I did. So whenever I did my computer, I built it myself. The only thing the sales reps changed on my computer was my cooling software. And that was because I did liquid cooling, because I wanted liquid cooling, because it looks fucking cool as shit. And they're like, you're not running two GPUs your computer is never going to need this coolant. You're just paying for liquid coolant to
Yeah.
have liquid coolant at this point. So we can save you a couple, and for a sales rep to tell me that, you know what I
Right.
mean?
It's very nice of them.
Yeah. So they're all like, at this point, you're paying like an extra $200 that you don't need to pay for when you could just get like this awesome fan that is super quiet and you'll never hear. And sure enough, yeah, I've never heard my fan once. It's fucking stupid quiet. I love it. It literally, I think it's called like the B Rock Quiet or something like that. And yeah, the thing is fucking great. But yeah, that's the only thing they changed. Everything else, I did enough that I needed to learn to be able to build my computer the way that it is now. So I was pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that. The only struggle I had, which I think pretty much almost everybody does, going through building your computer, was to choose whether I wanted to go Intel or Ryzen. So, but I went Intel, and I've never looked back. I like Intel more. So,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what I've got in this.
yeah.
Probably Intel, I
Well,
guess.
Ryzen is like the main gaming one that everybody says, but Intel just has so much processing power. I just think it's
Yeah.
better. So really, you're more looking at the GPUs at that point and the difference between NVIDIA and AMD. That's pretty much all you're fucking doing. So then it's like, which one do you want out of that?
Yes, I do have Intel.
Yep. Yep. So, and then, obviously I can always switch and change, but it's like,
Yeah.
I'm happy with what I got. So
Yeah.
now I got to upgrade to the newest processor, which I think is the i9. Yeah, i9. So, which at that time I could have went i9, but the fucking when I did the research, everybody was like, "You're literally just getting an i9, just an i9 at this point." Like,
Right. Yeah.
yeah, now the
But,
graphics cards that are out, they need an i9 to function, like the 3080s and 3070s. So. Man, my computer, fucking saying that makes my computer sound old. It is, dude. I'm still rocking a 1070. Jesus Christ. It's already been the 20 series has come out, now the 30 series. Might wait off like a whole year, see what the next series is that comes out, and then fucking upgrade. Yeah.
That's wow. 1070. Pathetic.
I know, right? As JoJo looks to see what the fuck's in his computer.
Absolutely. I'm
It's
typing in. I'm
probably
typing
way
in
worse.
what I have in my computer currently.
That's just probably way worse than what I have.
Intel i7 9 something or other RTX 2070.
You have a better one than I do. 2070? That's a 20 series.
Yeah.
So you are a full generation better than me right now.
Ah, suck it.
I know. Damn, dude. Yeah,
I
I'm about to say.
bought this last year.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, then for sure you would have been in the 20s. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it makes sense. I even have like a baller ass gaming laptop too that I like never use. Fucking, I spent all this money on my laptop and I never fucking use it. I bought it because it was like in case I ever need to like do dead funny stuff and I'm not at home, I can at least fucking have that. And then on top of that, I could fucking game. I mean, it came in handy whenever my kid was being born because I was definitely in the hospital fucking playing Final Fantasy 14. That definitely happened. Oh man, a lot of long nights at the Gold Saucer.
I didn't have a desk in my apartment, so I had a laptop.
Ah, yeah. That shit's rough, dude. That shit's rough.
Yeah.
My desk is too small. I need to fucking upgrade, but I'm just trying to wait until I get in my new place before I do that. I don't like how small my desk is, but it works for what it is. Nice little L shape. I want to keep going with the L, but I want to get into a place where I've got a big enough room where I can man, dude, it's rough. I watched so many of those fucking here's my setup videos and seeing the people who went and bought the 3D printed wall panels and shit and all the fucking crazy RBG lighting and stuff. Dude, I've gotten deep into that. Oh my god. I know the light strips and everything. I like the light strip that I'm going to be buying is completely programmed to your phone. You can reprogram every individual bulb with the one that I'm getting. Every individual bulb. You can literally make every single bulb a different fucking light all the way through with the light strips and shit. You can program them to music, everything. I'm so excited, dude.
You could do pixel art with it.
Yeah.
Right? You can make it look like cloud.
There you go. What I want to do, my ultimate setup, I don't know what the walls would look like yet. I'm still working on that. But what my ultimate setup would be is to kind of paint my ceiling black, if you will. Maybe. We're not 100% there yet. Black, do kind of like stars up there. Like painted stars, not like fucking, glow stick on fucking cheap shit. And I want to actually build a 3D. I don't know if I would do styrofoam or what, but actually maybe just like some kind of plaster or something, but actually build the plates of Midgar above me. Like as I'm in the slums and I'm looking up, seeing the plates, I actually want to have like LED, like red blinking lights going through it to make it look like, you know, the red lights and shit you see when you look up, some of the spotlights and stuff. Like that's what I want to do. I just don't know if I want to do it where it's like half of the plate stretching over the entire ceiling, or like do like a full plate dead in the middle and then do like the fucking puffy clouds, like the actual where they stick like kind of like the spider web shit up and make it like actual clouds and having like lightning and shit run through it with the RBG lighting. I haven't decided yet on that part.
That's elaborate. Okay, wow.
Yeah, that's just the top. And then I'll probably have that for a couple years. Then maybe I'll switch it up and do like Cosmo Canyon or like Nibelheim or something. I don't know. But for sure, I want like the fucking. That's how I want to start. I want to do the plates of Midgard above me, so I can look up and just see the plates. That'd be cool. I just don't know what I want to do with my walls yet, so I gotta figure that out. I'm excited to get my new spot, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop so much money. Oh my god, it's gonna be so expensive.
I just want to adjust my situation such that I'm not sitting next to my PlayStation. It gets too hot, and I'm always sweating so much in this room.
There you go. That's fair.
That's all. I don't care about what everything looks like. I just want to not be constantly sweating.
I feel you there, dude. My room is so fucking small, and because I do so much recording and streaming and shit like that, I constantly have my door closed. So it's just a fucking sweat box in here. It's all it is, dude. And I can't have the window open because I live in a city. So I'm gonna be hearing fucking cars and shit driving by constantly and everything else. So yeah, I feel you on that one. I feel you there. But yeah, it's actually funny. Some of those videos I watched the setup once, it'll start out with like a blank room, and then you'll see a dude's hand come up with his wallet, and then he throws his wallet up in the air, and then it just disappears as it comes back down, and it shows the entire fucking room set up, and it's like, yep, that's gonna be me. It's gonna be expensive. Oh god, it's gonna be worth it though. I'm excited. Let my creativity get to work on it. So it's gonna be weird with all the posters and shit I have. That's why I don't know what to do with the walls yet.
Right.
So I gotta find some way to incorporate those. I also need to fix some of my posters. Some of my posters have way bigger frames than they need. But
there's one guy I follow who is a game journalist, now does Twitch stuff, whatever. He painted his whole back wall behind his camera green, so just his wall is a green screen.
Yeah,
that's what you should do. That's
but I paid like
shit behind you.
Paid like $200 for this fucking green screen. I got like the deluxe Elgato where you pull it up and shit. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe it depends on the space I get into, though. That's the biggest part. I kind of want to do the RBG lighting throughout my entire house, though. I want to get those houses where like the ceiling's kind of coming down, so it's got like you can put it up in like the fucking corners, the creases of the fucking ceiling. Do the lighting up there, so that way like I could set the mood in any fucking room. You know, fucking have a party and shit. I could fucking set the lighting to go up to the music and shit in the living room, in the kitchen. Have my fucking, because my biggest thing is I want to have a bar. I definitely want to have a bar in my house, and most of the houses that I've been looking at, they already have like pre-installed bars, or at least a spot where they're trying to start building a bar. And I want to do whatever I can to create my own seventh heaven. So, yeah, dude, everything's gonna be fucking Final Fantasy themed down there. I'm gonna have like a fucking digital board where you can scroll through and see the drinks, and have all these. I downloaded. It's called the Drunken Moogle. Is this fucking website where they've actually, and it's not even just Final Fantasy, but it's all video game related cocktails, and they got some pretty fucking interesting ones on there, dude. Yeah,
they're gonna have a secret door that leads to.
It would be cool.
Ace.
That would be cool, dude. That would be really cool. I just don't know if I'll get around to that part. I did buy a caution sign though. It's like this neon caution sign, and it's black, and so it's got the whole like Mako colors around it, and it says caution, high levels of Mako past this point or something. That would go into my fucking office. Yeah, it's cool shit, dude. You got like some neon Shinra signs and shit like that, dude. There's just so much stuff out there. Oh my god,
you're gonna have a $1 billion electric bill.
Yeah,
with a constant.
Pretty much, dude.
Neon everywhere.
Pretty much, dude. But it's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah, it sounds cool.
Yeah. Like I said, if I could pull it off, we'll see if I can pull it off. Like I said, I'm a little worried. My artistic skills aren't there, and this isn't like something I can just like, hey Etsy, you know what I mean? That's not gonna find it. So, yeah. Oh well, is what it is. But those are dreams. A man can dream. A man can dream. Yeah, but we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. We're a little over time. If you guys enjoyed this content, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on notifications. That way you get notified next time we upload a video. Hit us in the comment section below. Let us know your thoughts and views on some of the topics that we covered in the podcast. If you've got an ultimate dream setup, what is your ultimate dream setup? Is it video game based? Is it not? Let us know in the comment section below. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next time.